Hello and what's up, guys? Welcome back to Shy Guy Reviews, and today we're going to be looking at episode 6, Foresight of season 5 of My Hero Academia. So, starting right off, the first thing we get is a recap. All that stuff we already seen. Invisible Girl and Momo corner Shihai, the shadow dude that can just melt into shadows, and they all of a sudden have mushrooms growing on them. We already knew this, and we actually saw Momo getting attacked in the preview. So I'm curious to see how long it was going to take. And it didn't take too long. But, we just learned a little bit more. The mushrooms spawn everywhere, right? It's not just on them. Initially, I thought those mushrooms would just spawn on them, and that was the trick. And I mean, it's kind of lackluster when you look at it. I mean, just mushrooms spawning on the character, that's cool and all. Just a little bit annoying, and they're rapidly just taking it off. And honestly, I don't understand why it hasn't been shown that they're poisonous or anything. I mean, maybe I missed it when she was explaining what types of mushrooms and that has some importance to it, but honestly, I just don't get why it was that important at that point. But they're freaking out. They're like, "Oh my God, we got mushrooms growing on us," and all of a sudden they're cornered somehow. Uh, Ioma is being carried by Tokoyami and Dark Shadow as they're flying through, and they seem to be safe from the mushrooms for a second until they start growing on them. And Mushroom Girl is her name is Kinoko, I think. I think her hero name is She-Mage, right? And it works based on humidity. Pretty much she releases spores from her body, and depending on humidity is how well these mushrooms grow. So, she's spraying water everywhere trying to make it more humid. And, Shihai is a mushroom. Uh, he was in the shadow of the mushroom. It just looked really weird. If you guys go back to that team, I might put it right now. You can probably see it in the background. And Kendo turned out. She's like, oh wow, Kendo planned all of this. It looks like everything's going right. In case first plan A when he attacked them didn't work, and it didn't. And out comes the new hero, Manga Fukisaki, Fukisashi, I think, something like that. And he comes out, Comic Man, Quirk Comic. I know, so original. And it is a little bit original in a way, and he can materialize sound effects. So pretty much he's like boom, and then all of a sudden you get smashed and the letters pop up. I think the letters physically pop up because I saw walls and stuff. So I'm expecting. I don't know. Maybe it's just to show that it's doing damage. No, I'm sure that it's just popping up. Otherwise, they wouldn't show it. And they're actually getting attacked in waves from both Comic Man and Kinoko. I'm just gonna call her Mushroom Girl, but She-Mage, whatever. They're getting attacked by She-Mage and Comic Man. And pretty much what Comic Man is doing is he's making things more humid by saying damp, humid, or something like that to be like, the mushrooms grow faster, so it's actually even more effective. And they can do it from a range, which is even more impressive because it means they're completely out of way. Unlike what was his name? The dude that can talk to animals on Class 1A side. He got caught out in the beginning. That didn't happen for these guys. They had planned for that ahead of time. So that's great to see. And, we just keep moving on and moving on and moving on. And Deku's like, wow, it turns out they separated Momo, who's the brain. Again with the Vlad bias commentary throughout all of this. And, Kendo attacks Momo with her battle fist. She just gets to make her fist really huge. It's really simple. And, you know, Steel guy from 1B, I forget his name, is Test or something, I don't remember. He's mad happy that Kendo's doing great things. I mean, respect to the dude. I can't have any bad feelings for a dude that's just like, wow, that's our class president. I mean, go for it, man. We just see that Momo is pretty much being looked up to by her because it looks like, she's like, well, you're smarter than me and you're better than me, blah, 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 blah. I refuse to be exactly like you. I don't want to be like you, blah, blah, blah. And, Momo takes this and like, okay, so I don't want to look pathetic in front of you. Okay, whatever. We have a few flashbacks actually where Momo is very, uh, let's say, she doesn't trust herself with her decisions with some of the things that were going on, especially with Todoroki. Todoroki just, he's like, well, what do you want to do? And she's like, oh, I have a plan. She had a plan from the very beginning she didn't want to tell anybody about because she was just afraid it wouldn't work, and it worked perfectly. I mean, you know, genius problems, I guess. About pretty normal for Shonen, to be honest. And, she's getting attacked right where we left off. So this is about 12 minutes into the episode when we pretty much get to the point where we were seeing in the preview and she just pulls a cannon out of her chest. Yep. That's about right. She's been defending this entire time from an onslaught just so she can pull a cannon out of her chest. She gets attacked by Kendo. She blocks it with her steel. She puts up two steel shields real quick, and she's just blocking and blocking and blocking as they're having a conversation in all of this. And then all of a sudden she pulls out a cannon, and you just stop right there. Um, we actually flash back to Aoyama and Tokoyami. Although the main focus of this episode is pretty much Momo and uh, Kendo. And they lost sight of their enemies, and they're like, well, I mean, maybe we should just regroup. All of a sudden, Shihai comes out of nowhere and just snatches Aoyama again. So mushrooms start spawning on Toko. I say Toko, but Dark Shadow owner. Uh, Tokoyami. Uh, they start spawning on him, and he actually like gets destroyed pretty much. He just falls to the ground. He finds Invisible Girl covered in mushrooms, which I guess it just stopped her from moving because there were so many mushrooms that they just blocked her movement. I guess I don't know. And she's being attacked indirectly by now by names that you know just stuff. And because they have the mushroom and the sound effects guy going in the background. Like they're in a hidden area, so they shouldn't be found. That they're thinking. Kendo is actually like, wow, Momo's gonna break the wall with this cannon. So she's like, let me go block it with my hands and make him super big and block it. And everybody's like, wow, a cannon. Then wouldn't that kill her? And I mean, you know, Momo. I mean, I kind of respect the hero thing, but maybe you should have shot her just to see what would happen. You could have lightened the round a little bit. It didn't have to be like a killer round. And you put something lighter in there. I don't know, like a just put a bunch of balls in there, like those bouncy balls that people use. And I don't know, but she fires the real cannon, and she actually fires it over the wall as Kendo goes to attack. I think either that or Momo is just hit with the backlash. I can't particularly tell, but we pretty much just lose sight of that, and Momo's like, "Oh shit, she outdid me." It's a lucky bag, and lucky bag lands right in the hands of Tokoyami, and this is where we start seeing Momo's plan. Haha! We're about 15 minutes in. We're now going to see the plan. So Shihai caught Ioma. I mean, Tokoyami couldn't chase, and Shihai and Komori are like, "Wow, this is going great. I hope they don't find us." Uh, and Tokoyami got thermal goggles from the bag, the lucky bag, Momo's lucky bag. In there was also, I believe it was like disinfectant. So pretty much the idea is that the disinfectant is to be sprayed on them so that the mushrooms will not grow on them, and the goggles are for Tokoyami so he can see people in the dark. And you know what? This is a great addition for Tokoyami. I hope he keeps these things because these things are amazing. They play right into his kit. He'll fly in the sky in the middle of the night, bag those bad guys. I love it. But we're just we're going with the bird thing. Night vision. So, he gets the thermal goggles, he flies straight to them, and he starts attacking them. So, it turns out Momo planned for all of this. And, she had thought about this before they even gotten separated. It turns out Tokoyami says he mentioned something about a flashback. In the flashback, I say. And then all of a sudden, comic dude is caught off guard by Invisible Girl, who just starts punching him. Like, I mean, like she just she's she's punching him. She's hitting him, I guess, and he's getting slapped around. I guess they're both weak. I don't know, whatever. It goes on for a very long time, it feels, to be honest, where she's just hitting him and nothing's happening. It feels like she's just like lightly tapping him in the face. They actually feel Tokoyami coming before they get attacked, and Tokoyami is like storm and stress, black abyss, Sabbath, speed beats strength, as I learned from Hawk, watching him the entire time, and he attacks the Mushroom Girl. Pretty much, Shihai wants to sink in the darkness, and he's like, "Are you looking for darkness?" And he just throws his cloak on him, and he just picks him up. He's like, "Ha, now you got nowhere to go." And that's great and all, but like Tokoyami and Shihai and Dark Shadow has, you know, Mushroom Girl, Koromori, I think it is. And I mean, it was kind of funny. He's just like holding her, and he brought her, and he's like, "Haha, I caught her, master." And he's like, "All right, great, great, great." And Komori, long and behold, she turns out to be the most dangerous one on this entire mission because she just spawns a mushroom in his lung. He should have knocked her out apparently. I mean, in all honesty, what he could have did was he could have kept trying to push it out until you know, he actually got knocked out. I don't know what happened, but he just started choking and he just gave up pretty much. Or he didn't give up, but they got caught really quick. But it's so interesting how like just it spawn a mushroom in your throat, you can't breathe, and you're out. And I didn't think about this, but it's true, and there's moisture in there, so it makes sense. It's great. Uh, Kendo catches her. Sorry. So Invisible Girl is beating up Comic Man, and Kendo just comes out of nowhere, and she just catches her. And they zoom out, and it turns out Kendo is attached to the cannon and Momo. She tied herself to Kendo right when she was getting knocked out. This way, she wouldn't be able to move around like effectively. I mean, it didn't really matter in the end as they won, but yeah. Midnight is going through her moods. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm so satisfied with all the plus ultras." And Class B won 4-0, and Vlad's all like, "Hell yeah, we won! Of course, we're the best!" All that kind of stuff. And that's it. That's the end of the episode. So overall, this was it was a pretty decent episode. These fights are nice because, we get to see what happens. Although, in all honesty, these fights do not have any tension. I do not expect anybody to die. That's why I was really hoping they were going to play up maybe on the fact that, like, Mushroom Girl and Tokoyami are actually fighting to the death. Or Momo is going to shoot that girl and, she might actually die. And if she doesn't do it, she's going to lose. So they have to, like, really go all out. But, it's just training. So there's not that much pressure here. Uh, this arc feels like it's going to be all just these matches. And for good or worse, they're giving characters a lot of screen time in the class that we don't normally see. We see them in passing, and I love to see them in passing sometimes. While they were fighting Overhaul, watching I forget his name, the dude that is uh kind of like the guy that turns into metal. I forget. Kind of like the guy that turns titanium. I forget what he tells him turn into 1B. But in 1A that turns into like hard rock or whatever, and he just smashes people. His fight with the big guy, the round one, was amazing in the last seasons. So I mean, I love to see that. Don't get me wrong, but going from fight to fight to fight, episode to episode to episode, I'm really starting to lose interest in these fights. I mean, I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but there's no tension here. And for me, honestly, these characters are kind of just going to disappear into the background again as Deku just comes out of nowhere. I mean, the whole point about this is Boku no Hero, how he became a hero. I mean, I guess he's learning from these things, and these things are going to be important. He's going to pick up all these different strategies, from these people and incorporate them into his own thinking. But, that's just my opinion. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. As always, rate, comments, and subscribe. I need more likes. I need more subscribers. This channel is now starting. I'd be greatly appreciated if you guys checked out my other series that are starting soon. Soon I'm going to be also reviewing Megalobox Weekly. And you know what? Guys, don't die. Have a great day. And you know what? Just take care, man. Have a great day. If you guys are watching this on Sunday or Monday, doesn't even matter. Just make the best of your day. I mean, these days are pretty great recently over here. Uh I'm in the northern hemisphere in New York, so you know, the weather is anywhere from 80 to 40 back to back. But, you know, like I said before, have a great day everyone and peace out. See you next time.